since before the service is over. Now, today is Father's Day. Let me just chip in a few things I believe can help somebody there who is a father. Who is a father? There are a lot of things fathers need to know, but you see, one of the challenges we have, particularly in parenting, in marriage, is that we enter into these institutions without learning. Before you become a doctor, 7 years you are in school, going through curriculums, working with dead bodies and all of that, learning how to become a doctor. To be an architect, you go to school, run your first degree, second degree. If in some places, if you don't have second degree, they won't let you practice. That's how far you have to go. 7, 8 years in school, and then you get to the labor market. They tell you, well, you don't know anything. You'll be there for under 5, 6, 7 years before they can say, yes, we're an architect. But when it comes to marriage, people marry without knowing anything. People have children, they become fathers, become mothers without knowing next to nothing. And then they start learning on the job. That's why our society is the way it is. Because we are getting into institutions that we know nothing about. We are getting into institutions that we have not learned about. We are getting into an institution that we have not decided to become the best when we enter into it. There are people who blame their fathers for not being good fathers. People who blame their mothers for not being good mothers. And today, they have become parents too. And they are worse than their own parents. Why? They can't read. They can't learn. Even what they learned from their own parents, they can't even improve on it. They can't even try and overcome the errors of their parents. They are repeating the errors of their parents. They are committing the blunders of their parents. They are even committing it worse. That's a challenge. And it is because we don't know. The scripture says, my people perish because they lack knowledge. To perish there does not mean to die. It means to be useless. To be useless. It's just like when salt loses its savor. It is still present but useless. When something perishes, it does not mean the thing disappears. No, it does not mean cessation of life. If they say a man perish, it means the man becomes useless. If a father perish, it means that father is present but useless. He can't perform the duties of a father. He's not an excellent father because he didn't learn. He's only learning on the job. And most of the time, fathers who learn on the job, they are the worst of fathers because you will commit a lot of blunders, vex your children, become a problem to your wife. And then when you are trying to master whatever it is you are learning, your children are gone. So there's nobody to actually father with your wisdom again. Children are gone. And you are the first person they should learn from. And unfortunately, while they were available for you to teach them fatherhood, that was when you were learning. I want to congratulate everyone hearing me this morning who is yet to become a father. Maybe you are married, you have not had children, or you are not even married yet. Congratulations, because you have time to learn. Please learn about fatherhood. Fatherhood is a serious business. Fatherhood is not for boys. Fatherhood is, in my opinion, one of the most difficult work anybody can assume on the earth. A father is God's replica on the earth. A father is a miniature of God on the earth. Whatever God does for human beings, that's what a father is supposed to do for his family. Whatever God is to men, that's what a father is supposed to be to his family. It's not a small shoe. Anybody who has worn that shoe or anybody who is going to wear that shoe must understand what is about to enter. It is not a casual assignment. I've told my parishioners sometime before that when you marry, you have decided what will kill you and who will kill you. Marrying a woman is marrying the person that will give birth to a system that will lead you to your grave. So you must be ready. People don't like hearing things like that, but you see, if you take your time to think instead of contradicting, instead of criticizing, sit down and reason. What kills a man? He's not dead. Once he marries, responsibilities start mounting up. First child, second child, third child, and then he's running helter-skelter to ensure that nobody gets hungry. Some of them get weak and sick along the line and disappear because they don't know their job. If you don't want to die, don't choose a wife. As far as the Bible is concerned, when you choose a wife, you have chosen who to die for. All the children she's going to have for you, you must be ready to die for them. You don't want to die? Don't marry and don't have children. Yeah. But believe me, if you choose a woman and you are ready to die for her, she's having children, and you are set to die for them, to live for them and die for them, you will live a worthwhile life. When you die, your name will still be ringing, even in death. Yeah. If you are not a great father, I can assure you, when you die, you die. Today, people build houses and put their father's names, put their mother's names, because those parents were parents. They raised them. They were not parents learning on the job. They learned some things before they got on the job. And then they learned more on the job. And then they raised their children in such a way that the children know, now Baba I get. Now Mama I get. I can assure you today now. Go to town. You won't feel Father's Day. It's Mother's Day they feel. Because mothers are naturally sacrificial. And the men that were born to be sacrificial, they are not. Once things get difficult, they disappear. A man left Tondo with a woman, disappeared, traveled 8 hours, and began a new family. Why? Because they were putting him under pressure. He has 6 children. He now disappeared with another woman. That we start having another set of 6 children. Is that wisdom? There's a man hearing me there now. You have 7 children with 5 different women, and only one of them is your wife. You have destroyed the next generation. You are not a man. Yeah. I want to advise fathers today and young people. All these baby mama crusade they are doing everywhere. Don't join them. Don't join them. Children from baby mamahood, they can never be normal. Never. They see mommy every day, see daddy once in 3 months. See mommy every day, see daddy once in 6 months. That child can never grow up to be a normal child. Yeah. Zip up. I know your wife may not be the best of wives. Manage her. Just as she's managing you. You too, you are not the best of husbands. You are not the best of fathers. You manage yourself. That's what happens in marriage. You endure yourself. That's what they call long suffering. Long suffering means you are suffering, but you are enduring it. Marriage won't be sweet every day. It won't be beautiful every day. You endure. You endure. That's what they call love. Love is a commitment, not a feeling. It is when you just met a girl, just met a guy. That's when love is a feeling. Love that must last is more than a feeling. More than a feeling. It's a commitment. And particularly for the man, it's a commitment to die for the person you love. A commitment to die for the woman you love. A commitment to die for the children that she has given to you. That's what fatherhood spells. So fatherhood is death. Simply put. Another word for fatherhood is death. You live for your family and you die for your family. If you live that way, I can assure you, you may likely live long. Yeah? You may likely live long. And in case you don't live 90, even if you're 70, 75, you will be happy you have done what you should do. Yeah. Men who are not happy that they are struggling and doing their best for their family, they are men who don't know their assignment. The assignment of a man, like I have said earlier, is like the assignment of God. You are the best explanation of God on the earth. The best explanation. You stand in the place of God in your family. So you are a small God. I'm not saying you be a God to your wife, no. I'm not saying be a God to your children, no. I am saying you have to play the role of God to them. You are their protector. You are their supplier. What does God do? He supplies rain for the wicked and the good and the bad. He supplies the sunshine for the good and the bad. He has given us a lot of things for the good and the bad. That's what a man must do for his family. I have heard from the counseling room from a lot of fathers. Pastor, you don't know my wife. She's making life difficult for me. You married her. And now that you have married her, there is nothing you can do. You must enjoy her like that. Just tell yourself, this wicked woman I've married, I can't change her. So I'm going to enjoy her like that. God gives rain to the good and the bad. Whether your wife is wicked or not, like her like that. And be ready to die for her. And I have discovered, when your woman knows that you are a man who is ready to die for her, I can assure you, she will reciprocate against you. Women become wicked because most men don't know their assignments. They don't know their assignments. So ultimately, they are just there fighting for what they should not be fighting for. If your wife sees your sacrifices, she will copy you. You are the man who, whatever you want in your family, do it. Be the example. Exemplify what you want. You want peace in your home? Exemplify peace. Your wife will copy it. Your children will copy it. You don't want a fight? Don't start one. Your wife will copy you. Yeah. You want them to learn how to say thank you, sorry. Be the first one to do it. Your wife will copy you. Your children will copy you. That's what you are. That's who you are as a father. You are the one that must start whatever you want your family to start. You are the one that must ensure whatever you want your family comes alive. You are the example. You are the God. Every waking day, remind yourself that what God is to humanity is what you are to your family. Choosing a wife is choosing who to die for. Having children is giving birth to the people you are going to die for. You can't die for them, you are wasting your time. You will not be remembered for any good thing. And if the only thing you can do is to make your wife happy, make your children great. You have done a good job. Yeah, you have. You have. I want to wrap up this message on that note. If you are a father and you prioritize your children over your wife, you are a bad father. The first person you must father is your wife. Today, unfortunately, many fathers have their children as their first priority. In fact, their wife comes last. Children, properties, money, work, then wife. It should never be like that. Your wife first. And when you tell me how do they say it? Something comes before the other. It's your wife first. That's why they call you groom when you were getting married. You are the one to groom her. And the word groom is the same word for father. So basically, what happens to a woman at marriage is that she changes her dad. They remove her from her father's house and give her a younger father. That's exactly what happens in marriage. So your first child is your wife. That's why they have taught us to be calling them baby. That's what they are. Call a woman baby and see how she will smile. Forget her age, even if she's 72, she will smile sheepishly. Because that's what they are. Your wife is your first child. Huh? Be a father to her before the children. Take care of her before the children. You will have a beautiful family. And I can assure you, if you do the things I've told you today, you will live long. Yeah. Today is unfortunate that the life expectancy of an average man in Nigeria is 45 years. The meaning of that in simple English is when a man is 45 years in Nigeria, he's ripe to die. He's an old man. And part of what is causing that is because men don't know their responsibilities, so they don't do it well. And ultimately, the boomerang of not doing the assignment is what kills them. Love your wife, care for your wife. Love your children, care for your children. Be a great father and a great husband. The boomerang of that, the positive repercussion of that, is what will make you live long. You can't treat your wife like a janitor. Treat your children like slaves and hope to live long. A time is coming, power will no longer be in your hand, uncle. Power will shift from you to your wife and shift to your children. It's your children who will tell you, we have sent 200,000 to mommy's account. Whatever you want to do from there. And there you are, you can't go to bank again. She's the one who decides what to spend and how you spend. If you have not been nice, I can assure you, at that time, you will suffer. Today, we have very many fathers who are bachelors because their wife disappeared. They are in America, they are in Canada, they are in Europe. Because when the man had power, he frustrated them, and they were waiting for their children to grow up. Now the kids have grown up. The wife disappeared. Owara Kolobe at 75. And there are younger men hearing me now. If you don't want to live that kind of a life, be nice to your wife. Be nice to your children. Even when your wife go for Mugo, she'll be the one telling the children, I'm going back to my husband. Why? Because you are irreplaceable. Yeah? You are irreplaceable. This is the time you have now to take care of these simple issues. I want to live long. So I give my wife the respect she deserves because I want to live long. Well, the ball is in your court. I don't want to be a bachelor at 70. So I'm doing the right things now. God bless you. I love you. Happy Father's Day. Happy Sunday. Thank you. Things can surely get better.